there guys, I'm Logan FROMME with the Backwoods Institute. Today in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make any fishing pole you have into a fly rod by using one simple tool, and that's this right here. This is called a torpedo bobber. Now a fly rod, like many of us know, use real small bait that we call flies. You got sinking flies and you got floating flies and you got all different types of flies, but what's good about these flies is they are exactly like they sound. They're really small and really light. They weigh next to nothing. So with the fly rod, how you get your fly out there, your bait, is you rely on the weight of the string, which is this string right here, which has a leader tied onto the bait, just like that. So the weight of this string right here, this line, is what gets the fly out there. Now if you're using just a regular pole, you don't have enough weight to cast the fly out there. But with that torpedo bobber, I'm going to show you how to rig it up that you can use any fly on any pole you own. You can put it on your catfishing pole, you can put it on your ultralight, anything you can use as a fly rod. Not the same techniques, but you can use flies as your bait. Now this idea was shown to me by a fellow shooting sports instructor whenever I went up to the State Academy to instruct a couple weekends back. He showed me this, and I want to pass it on to all you guys. Now, what's awesome with these torpedo bobbers and what makes them different is it's got two eyelets right here that you have to tie onto. It doesn't have a hole all the way through like a slip bobber where the line goes in and the bobber will slide up and down the line, and it doesn't clamp on to your line like a regular one of those ball bobbers or anything like that. So that's what makes this different. Now, how I hook it up, the first thing I tie onto is from my pole, I tie onto the skinny portion, because you're gonna be able to drag it through the water like a torpedo, and it's gonna float on top. So I tie my line coming from my pole to the skinny portion of this so it goes through the water like a torpedo. Now, like I said, you can use your catfishing pole, any pound test you can use on this, because it's gonna basically be out of the fish's eye. Now on this wider end right here, you're gonna tie a leader, and you want something from 2 to 4 pound test, about 4 to 6 foot long is what you use as your leader, and you'll tie your fly to the other end of that. You'll tie here. You can have 15, 20 pound, 50 pound tests, whatever you want. I wouldn't recommend that, but I'm just saying that you can use any pole you have. You know, I like to use an ultralight, which has got 4 pound tests, and I'll put a 2 or 4 pound test leader on it, and then attach my fly. And then it's got enough weight that you can cast it out there, and then you can work it back to you. You just reel it back real slow, twitch it, let it sit, whatever you want to do, but you can use flies as bait. Alright, as you can see, there's different sizes of these torpedo bobbers. I'm taking a liking to the smaller ones just because when I cast them out, they hit the water, and when I'm reeling them back, they don't cause as much commotion. Now, in a small farm pond, the less commotion you make, the better chance you have of catching a fish. And I love to fly fish small farm ponds because I can just put that fly right in there on top of them. They don't know what's going on, and they'll just attack it. But what I run into a lot is I got a bunch of trees and brush around most of the farm ponds I fish in, so I can't get a good fly cast. So if I could use my spinning rod or my ultralight and use flies as bait with these torpedo bobbers, I'm going to be slaying me some bluegill and crappie from these small farm ponds. So that's what I'm going to try to do right now. We'll see how it pans out. All right, here's how it looks in the water. Got my torpedo bobber. I got my fly, which is a woolly bugger right now, tied on with my 4 foot leader. Real little bass. I'm starting to see a lot more fish at the top water, so I tied on a little bitty popper right there. We're gonna see how this thing does. Got a little bluegill. catfish bait. Another little guy. Alright, we caught a few fish here. Ain't really no size to them, but they're going to make great cut bait. Now these torpedo bobbers right here, they can turn any fishing pole into a good fly rod. Not really the technique, but you can use flies as bait and they work awesome. So let me know how it works out for y'all. Good luck out there. Catch you in a bit.